So, Professor, I hear today in anthropology we are learning about the evolution of humanity. So how exactly will you be disseminating this lesson today, Professor? PowerPoint? Lecture? Class discussion? Huh. I think I can craft a theory from this. And welcome to our once procrastinated already video about the indie game phenomenon Minecraft, or, well, the once indie game phenomenon. Ever since Not sold the rights to Microsoft, they have been milking this series for everything it has, but it isn't surprising. I remember when I first started playing Minecraft with my high school friends back in the day. That was back in the last week of alpha. Gosh, how things have changed. Now I heard you can fly and there are new enemies and items galore. I really need to find the time to catch up on my Minecraft, or soon I'm going to become everyone's technologically illiterate grandparent who's always asking them for tech advice every time they see me. It isn't everybody's taste, but while I know a great many people who have never hopped on and stayed on the Minecraft train, I know so many more who thought they would hate it, then they played it, and then hours later they were building gigantic golden phallic objects with diamond studs. The truly wonderful part about Minecraft in general is that it is this great big open world where you can carpe diem your day doing whatever you want. Whether that is building replicas of your workplace, mass monuments to some of your other favorite things, real live working computers or phones, or just a giant golden phallic object. There is no story because you make the story. Well, at least there wasn't one until... I, as Party God Douglas, am here to tell all of you who have ever played Minecraft, all of you who have ever watched Minecraft videos, and all of you who have ever even tangentially heard of Minecraft, that you were learning one of the most heavily researched, heavily studied, and still one of the most controversial topics in all of human history to date. Evolution. I'm just gonna pause the video here and let everyone collectively regain their composure after I drop that thought bomb on them. You good? Alright, let's get into it. Now I know what a great deal of you must be thinking. Party God Douglas, please, the only thing Minecraft teaches is how to waste a lot of time creating things that already exist. It's just a distraction for kids. First I would respond, I know plenty of adults who play and enjoy this game. Just because Minecraft is heavily marketed to kids by the game's new puppet master Microsoft doesn't mean its appeal stops reaching other demographics. Second, I would say you have to look deeper at the possibilities. The claim is not nearly as bizarre as it may sound from the get-go. Let's explain. You start as a human character named Steve, or what the Minecraft version of a human character is. You start out in the middle of nowhere with no resources, and it is up to you to forge the land and carve out your own stake in this world. You are advised to work during the day because the nighttime is filled with monsters aplenty. When you look at your character, he looks... well, really square, but game graphics aside, we can assume he is relatively normal for a candidate of this universe's interpretations of a human. Which is probably why he has such a boring name. I mean, not even something cool like Steven, he's just Steve. Now as Steve, you start with a hunter-gatherer style of play because you don't have sustainable agriculture yet, and much like the earliest Homo sapiens, you oft travel from place to place, building rudimentary shelters until you have enough resources allocated to start creating agriculture. Considering the vast emptiness in the world, we can assume that relative to our world, the endgame's world time takes place somewhere between BC 12,000 years ago and 10,000 years ago from the turn of the new era. How can this be determined? Well, your character's knowledge so that they have a lot of potential, a lot of cognitive power, and ability to create sustainable agriculture which didn't exist until around that time period. So what? Your character's just special! I agree. Your character is special, but not by any ability of the player, but by his own inherent ability. proof your character is special in this way? Well, visit any village in Minecraft and you can see what I mean. Here we meet NPC villagers and they look different. They look like your character decided to get hot and heavy with a squid. And the end result was a Squidward baby. Or rather, it looks like these villagers are a descendant of a different hominid species other than Homo sapiens. And your character Steve is quite possibly the Homo sapien of the hominid species of the Minecraft universe. How can I defend this claim? Well, when you look at the NPCs, their heads are massive. They're bigger, they're more brutish. Compared to your sleek character, they have been shown to not be nearly as advanced as your character. Their agriculture is very basic. They can only grow 1, maybe 2 crops if they are lucky, while your character is able to grow any and all of them. The tools you might find lying around are often archaic compared to what you're capable of building, and to be quite frank, they don't know how to write. There are no signs on the buildings, so you can't tell what anything is, and they don't have any written books, so they don't have a writing system. All of these characteristics show an astonishing amount of parallels to the real-world relationship of many other hominid species and Homo sapiens, which despite popular belief, did in fact exist at the same time. It wasn't a step-by-step process. So how does all this relate to evolution? Well, the most popular theory of how Homo sapiens eventually wound up as the dominant hominid species is the out of Africa theory. There is an unbelievable amount of info, but I'm gonna summarize. In short, the species of hominid Homo sapien originated in Africa, but approximately 200,000 years ago. Homo sapiens dispersed out of the cradle of humanity, known as Africa, began exploring all the terrains of the world and encountering other species of hominids, which were similar to them, but not quite as advanced or as capable. Does this sound familiar? Because it should! This is exactly the basic framing of what happens in Minecraft. You travel the world, you evolve, you settle down with permanent settlements, and you intermingle with the local populace, and you live life as long as you can. Steve is simply a representation of the entire Homo sapien species as it makes its way across the world, changing, adapting, intermingling, and spreading its influence wherever it may land. This can also explain in-game deaths. When you die, this one singular Homo sapien or this one singular Homo sapien tribe may have faltered, but you just start back as a whole new tribe or individual from either your permanent settlement, your bed, or the cradle of your species, the spawn point. Okay, sure, yeah, you drew a lot of awesome conclusions, and we can definitely see this as a possibility, but it's not like you have some canon source of Minecraft material which can prove your theory correct. Oh yeah, you're right, it's not like you do. It's not like there's something which came out only a few months ago, which not only supports my claims I'm making, but proves them so hard Phoenix Wright would have to think twice about yelling, "Objection!" What's this? Officially licensed Minecraft material, and it does exactly that? If there's one bit of evidence which proves Minecraft is subtly teaching us the history of evolution, it is right here. Minecraft Story Mode, Telltale's venture in making a point-and-click adventure game within the Minecraft universe. The reviews on it are mixed, but the important part is what's present in the game itself. The game takes place in a Minecraft world, but there are multiple facets that show this game is the Minecraft modern-day equivalent of the original Minecraft. First off, if Steve really was a representation of the entirety of the Homo sapien species, we would expect to see a world almost entirely populated by people who share similar evolutionary characteristics, such as body structure, skeletal structure, and all of that good stuff. Wait, what's all of this? All of these evolutionary characteristics look at them! But in evolution, the other species of hominids didn't disappear, they just bred with Homo sapiens and their characteristics mostly died out. There should be some variation. Well, there is. One of your best friends in the Telltale series, Axel, or as I like to call him, Octus, thank you Symbionic Titan, is a huge person, varied from the average Minecraft person, but still shares similar characteristics. We even still have small pockets of people who still share an extraordinary amount in common with previous hominid species ancestry. We see in the furthest places from civilization tucked away from modern society, a key example being the witch in the swamp in episode 4 of the Minecraft Story Mode Telltale series. This follows suit with the real world, where we can still find people who have distinctly other hominid characteristics. In the real world, we have, people with Neanderthalic characteristics and all that good like. And in Minecraft, it's this weird Squidward human thing. The names are different, but the concept of evolution is plain as day. We even see peaks of the Minecraft Story Mode world, and its parallels to the modern world are easy to see. They too have large cities and massive celebrations. They have entire places dedicated to explosions and science. Much different from our pitiful little villages of the olden day, but everything has to adapt or die. It seems that's true in Minecraft as well as the real world. I guess all that's left to do is to determine what the scientific name for humans in Minecraft would be. Homo Stevians? Yeah, the names can be debated later, but all I know is that this has been another fantastic One True Theory. Thank you for watching. Oh, also, gods exist, you get to punch one in the face, and, Nerm is there. He's pretty cool. And he also kind of, proves his theory a little bit more, so yeah. How about that?